Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story. The mandate in Taiwan is out. Much to China's opposition, the island has chosen the DPP's Lai Ching-te as the president-elect. Beijing, however, has warned Taipei that reunification with Taiwan is inevitable. Taiwan, in response, has asked China to face reality. Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs called on Chinese authorities to respect the election results, give up suppressing Taiwan, and face reality to bring positive cross-strait interactions back on track. The response comes in the wake of China denouncing the election results. China's own Taiwan Affairs Office has slammed the outcome of the election, stating the island nation's ruling Democratic Progressive Party does not represent mainstream public opinion. In a statement published on its official website, Chen Binhua, a spokesperson for China's State Council Taiwan Affairs Office, said the results showed the Democratic Progressive Party cannot represent mainstream public opinion on the island. These statements follow earlier comments that branded President-elect Lai as a threat to peace. This exchange between Taipei and Beijing comes right after Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense detected 4 PLA Navy vessels in the vicinity of the island in the early hours of Sunday. Responding ROC vessels have been asked to monitor the situation. The Chinese embassy in Japan has expressed discontent in response to a congratulatory message to Taiwan from Japanese Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa. The embassy stated it was resolutely opposed to Kamikawa's comments, which called the self-governed island a crucial partner and an important friend, further adding that the statement were a serious interference in China's internal affairs. While leaving the White House for Camp David, the presidential lodge in Maryland on Saturday, U.S. President Joe Biden stated that the United States does not support Taiwanese independence. Biden's statement comes in the wake of previous comments wherein the American president vowed to safeguard the island's de facto independence from China. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken congratulated Taiwan's president-elect Lai Ching-te, hailing the robust democratic system and electoral process of the self-ruled island. On the other hand, the Russian Foreign Ministry reaffirmed Moscow's view of Taiwan being an integral part of China. The British Foreign Minister and former Prime Minister David Cameron also congratulated Taiwan, calling it a vibrant democracy and conveying hope that both sides of the Taiwan Strait work towards resolving differences peacefully. The European Union has also welcomed the results of Taiwan's presidential election. Now, President-elect Lai Ching-te, addressing supporters after his 2 opponents conceded defeat, thanked the Taiwanese people for writing a new chapter in their democracy, vowing to defend the self-ruled island from Chinese intimidation.
Through our actions, the Taiwanese people have successfully resisted efforts from external forces to influence this election. We trust that only the people of Taiwan have the right to choose their president.
Lai, who has been serving as the vice president, delivered an unprecedented 3rd consecutive term for the DPP after a raucous campaign in which he pitched himself as the defender of Taiwan's democratic way of life. Lai has won 40% of the vote through Taiwan's first past-the-post system. Unlike outgoing President Tsai Ing-wen, who was re-elected by a landslide 4 years ago with over 50% of the vote share. This may hinder Lai and the DPP in passing legislations this term.
We are telling the international community that between democracy and authoritarianism, we will stand on the side of democracy. Taiwan will continue to walk side by side with democracies from around the world.
Now, for more on this, we earlier spoke to Elizabeth Laris, who's the Adjunct Senior Fellow, Pacific Forum. Listen in.
It means that democracy has spoken. One of the slogans of the DPP at their campaign rally was that the Taiwan people have stood up. And they certainly did, in opposition to not too subtle threats from mainland China. And so the Taiwan people, opted to go with a third term with Lai Ching-te and his running mate, former ambassador to the U.S., Vivian Cao. So the people of Taiwan have chosen experience over the other opposition parties, the two other contenders. It was a three-way race, which made it very exciting, but a little unpredictable. And so they opted to stay the course.
For more details on the story, TVBS correspondent Vivian Cao has brought us this report. Take a look.
Taiwan has swiftly returned to its everyday pace, with residents lining up at a well-known Taipei breakfast shop this morning. The view contrasts with the excitement of the crowds following President-elect Lai Ching-te and Xiao Bi-kim's victory for the Democratic Progressive Party (DPP) a few hours ago. Reacting promptly, the Taiwan Affairs Office (TAO) of China challenged Lai's victory, claiming the election results don't represent the broader public opinion in Taiwan. The TAO statement highlighted President-elect Lai Ching-te's receiving of less than half the total vote share and his party losing its parliamentary majority. They also maintained their firm stance on the 1992 consensus and opposition to any Taiwanese independence initiatives. During the campaign, Lai Ching-te denounced Chinese interference in Taiwan's elections, arguing that the 1992 consensus equals the one country, two systems framework. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense reported the detection of 4 PLA Navy vessels around Taiwan over the past 24 hours, while a balloon detected 75 nautical miles west of Keelung City. Taiwan remains on high alert post-election. Meanwhile, the U.S. and Japan congratulated the DPP on its victory. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken extended his congratulations to Lai, while President Joe Biden maintained a more cautious tone, emphasizing non-support for Taiwanese independence. House Speaker Mike Johnson warmly congratulated Lai, announcing a U.S. House delegation's visit for the May 20th inauguration. Japan's Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa echoed similar sentiments. The international community's attention is now keenly centered on President-elect Lai Ching-te's strategies for navigating cross-strait relations, bolstering U.S. ties, and rejuvenating the economy. However, clarity on how he intends to achieve his goals will likely emerge only after his inauguration. This is Vivian Cao for TVBS World Taiwan.